a lot of packaged goods and very little meat. Like there might be hot dogs or something like that, but there's very little meat, very little packaged goods. Every now and then there'll be some like, you know, like rice-a-roni and box stuff like that. But the majority of what you get from the food bank is fresh produce. And it's kind of some of them work differently. Some of them is like you go, you pay your $30, $25, whatever it is, and then you just get a basket filled with random stuff.
Right.
And you have no control over what it is, but it's like what you get would be worth like, you know, $7,500 in the store.
Right.
But you only pay $25, but you have no control over what you get.
Right.
And then there's some where you can pick yourself and fill up the basket. You know, so for $25 or whatever it is, $30, you get to fill this basket up with as much or as little of, you know, this produce as you like and whatever else we have here. You know, a lot of times they'll have bread and buns that are like not fresh, but still not expired.
Right.
You know what I mean? Stuff like that.
Right. Yeah.
So and that's how the food banks work. But this is just like you go
Grocery
to Ralph's.
store.
Yeah, you go to Ralph's and it's just stocked like the shelf and the meat and everything.
Right.
And you just go there and you pick what you want in the basket and then so and I'm sure there must be some sort of limit because there's always people who will take advantage and have like 3 baskets and stuff and go and sell the food or something. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm sure there's probably maybe 1 basket or 2 baskets or depending on the family size. Right. You know what I'm saying? For a family of 3, you get 1 basket, you know, and then if maybe it's a family of 5, you get 2 baskets, something like that, probably. Dang. I'm just guessing because the article didn't deal with that, but just you and I knowing how people are.
Exactly. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? People will take advantage of a good thing and make it bad for everybody else. They probably, if they haven't come up with those type of things, they probably will.
I was about to say it's coming.
Yeah.
It's coming.
Yeah, there's always somebody who's going to try to take advantage of the system.
Yeah.
Like a police commander.
That still got me mad. I know even for myself.
Are you more mad at the police commander who was stealing the Social Security money or the police officer who felt up the dead lady? Well, who you more mad at? Who you got? Chicago, L.A. Who you got?
Oh,
who are you more mad at? Come on, you can only pick one.
No.
Who you more mad at, D? I want to know. I got to know who you more mad at. Come on. Come on. Who you got?
God.
Who you got?
Okay. The dead body guy.
I knew it.
The dead body guy.
I knew it.
But God damn it, am I just as angry at the man who was using his granny checks.
So this man stealing money from old people.
I knew you was going to do this.
And handicapped people.
Was about to do that.
Handicapped people and old people.
I knew.
Is who he's stealing money from.
Yeah, I knew he was about to do this.
Money that comes out of your check.
I knew
your check to go to old people and handicapped.
I knew it.
Over $250,000.
It was a lose-lose.
He stole. And then this guy just felt up a dead titty. And you think that guy
had insurance, life insurance?
What's that guy do? She still does. And like I said, he didn't hurt nobody. They still going to get it. People going to get what they were supposed to get from what he did. Oh no, I'm more mad at the guy, the commander, who stole the $300,000 from all the old, poor, and sickly and disabled people.
Me too. I think I'm more mad at him
because that's who gets Social Security.
Yeah, I think I'm more mad at him too. And I'm mad at him for a few reasons, and I think that's why I'm more mad at him now. I'm like, nah, dude. Like, that lady was dead and gone. Mm-hmm. You her relative.
Right.
You just cashing her checks. How was you cashing
and
these
you
checks?
already getting a high salary.
Okay. You the police. Okay.
And you a police commander.
You don't have no morals. See, that other man, he's sick. He just needs some help.
He's just freaky.
He's sick.
And we already decided his wife is just not giving him any.
It's a lot of things. It's a lot of factors.
Yeah.
For me, it's just not just. It has to be like a whole soup pot that gets you to rub up.
My rankings are the Chicago commander.
Yes, number 1.
The officer's wife. The one who's not giving the LAPD, the one who cut him off.
Right.
His wife.
Right.
And then him.
Right.
Yeah. That's my ranking.
Order of.
Yeah. That's the, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So we got it together. We all on the same page.
Damn, Dino was right. I don't know. I think we kind of came together on this.
Yeah, we came to it. Yeah, you came around at the end.
I did.
You did.
I did.
I
It's
like
just the sound of somebody touching.
Yep, you got to get over it. You got to get over it and think about what's really going on. It's this one. It sounds worse than it is in reality. Yeah.
I
Yes.
think it sounds just as bad. But however,
No.
the police commander, no, that's worse for sure.
So, public enemy number one in the black community. I feel like if the black community had a bulletin board for the most wanted, this guy's picture would be in every post office, on every bulletin board, at every meeting. It's George Zimmerman.
Do we have any updates on the suspect, the target, Mr. Zimmerman?
George Zimmerman. You know what? Do you know that it's been like 7 years since the Trayvon Martin's murder?
Wow.
Yeah. Well, I guess officially I can't call it a murder because he was acquitted of murder, but you know, they still say OJ murdered Nicole and them and he got off, so.
That's true.
I can say that.
Yeah, you can.
And I agree with both. I agree they both were murders. I agree that OJ did it, and I agree that George Zimmerman did it. But in any case, this guy just will not leave well enough alone. He's not content with getting away with murder, literally. He's not content with just going and living about his life. He has decided to do the ultimate asshole move and sue. And get this, he wants to sue for $100 million. I don't think all these people combined got $100 million. But he's suing Trayvon Martin's family. He's suing their lawyers and some other people, somebody who wrote a book. Yeah, basically because, well, for the one thing that I am curious about, they make accusations that the young lady who testified as Trayvon's girlfriend was not, in fact, his girlfriend. They say she was, this is a conspiracy, a serious conspiracy. That, in fact, a filmmaker made a film about it, and that's what a lot of the lawsuit is based on. And this filmmaker, I forgot his name. I think is it Gilbert, something Gilbert. I think he's known for making controversial, not just controversial film, but controversial conspiracy theory films with no evidence, just these theories. And that's all they are, theories. He's got one, something about Barack Obama's father was a communist, and also that his wedding ring has some sort of secret Islamic inscription on it, and that Bill Clinton has a child out of wedlock with a prostitute. So all these things, right? So this is his latest. This whole Trayvon Martin thing is that this witness was not the actual witness, that she was some other girl. They say that his actual girlfriend refused to testify because she did not want to perjure. They wanted her to lie. This is what they're saying. Wanted her to lie and say these things about George Zimmerman in order to get a guilty conviction. She refused to do that. She didn't want to perjure herself, so they found this other girl to play her. And I just can't believe that. How does somebody get away with that in this day and age? You know what I'm saying? Like, that is so far-fetched and just so. But I would like somebody to address it. You know what I mean? I would like to hear, like, say, hey, no, that's not true because, this, that, and the other thing, or, all witnesses are vetted or this or whatever. Yeah. Or whatever the response is, I would like somebody to respond to it. But in any case, that's largely what is based on. Also saying that he's been harassed and death threats and yada yada yada. A lot of it basically sounds like to me he's suing them for putting on a case against him. Right. It's just the stuff that he didn't like that was said and whatever else.
Feeling his feelings 7 years later.
Right.
I mean, you do the crime, now you gonna do the lifelong time.
So that's what's going on with
$100 million.
George Zimmerman.
That
yes,
is just
$100 million.
Rude and ridiculous.
That's insane, right?
Rude and ridiculous.
Yeah, talking about adding insult to injury, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. I'm hoping the jury are like, I think we messed up on this dude, like, because he's been in a lot of trouble since then. A lot of different things.
All I'm saying is OJ is in jail right now.
Right.
George, you better fall back.
Right.
You best to fall back.
Yeah, I hope they feel like,
because if they don't get you the first time,
yeah,
and they feel like
they should have,
yeah,
right, they might, yeah,
exactly.
But I don't think they feel that way about him because he's kind of he's giving them some opportunity. He's done some stuff, and he's still walking around. Nothing like as bad as what OJ's in for, or
I think that's.
But
just,
still,
he's poking.
Yeah,
I think he's poking.
Well, hopefully he's dumb enough that he does do something and lands his ass in jail.
Yeah. So, I mean, if history is proving us anything,
he deserves it.
If history has shown us anything,
right,
the truth will tell itself. So, come on,
yeah,
show us the real asshole that you are, or not.
Right. Okay. So are you a big fan of theater, Dee? Like you like plays and musicals and stuff?
I started off in theater.
Did you?
I did.
Okay, cool.
I did.
All right. Now, we have a show coming to LA soon.
Uh-oh.
It's called The Love of a Glove.
I think I've heard of this one.
And this play is starring none other than our own Mr. Pip Lilly.
Yay! Whoop, whoop, Google him, bitch.
Right? So Pip started working on this not long ago, but he was silenced up until now that he could speak on it before he was being held, in secrecy. Mm-hmm. So he told us that he was working on something but couldn't tell us what, mm-hmm. and then now he told us about this. So it's a part puppet show in which the late singer Michael Jackson alleged history of child sex abuse is blamed on a glove-shaped alien forcing Jackson to feed on boys. So yeah, it's a dark and very inappropriate sounding comedy.
It is. And I'm so here for this. The glove made him do it.
Yeah, I'm here for it too, and I really hope to see this. I hope that it shows on on the days that's friendly to my schedule, because we can't bring Danya to it. He said it's inappropriate.
Yeah,
which
not
now that this was before I even knew the subject matter, but now I understand why he said it's inappropriate. Mm-hmm. So I hope there's a way we can see this. But
I heard Pip walking away one day and he was singing some song and I was like, what in the hell is that? He said, oh, this is one of the songs for the show.
Yeah, the producer said that
oh my God.
The producer said it is not a jukebox musical, meaning it's not just a bunch of songs that you have heard previously. Mm-hmm. They have 20 original tracks for this play. So it is indeed a musical.
It is indeed.
And so there's a little bit of confusion about Johnny Depp's involvement. Pip mentioned that Johnny Depp was involved in a previous article mentioned that his production company was producing it as well. Mm-hmm. But since then, an article came out saying that with the retraction that Johnny Depp's production company is not affiliated with the show at all. So not really sure what's going on with that. Maybe they were involved, but maybe they're trying to distance themselves because they fear the subject matter will cause not flashback, but
blowback.
Mm-hmm. And so maybe they're just trying to distance themselves from it. I don't know what the case is, but anyway, that's both sides of it.
Well, there you go.
They may or may not be associated with
Either way it go, I am here for this.
Yes. So now that we know about it, I would like to know what Pip's part is.
I know.
Right?
I think I kind of know, though.
You think you kind of know?
I do.
What do you think? What do you think is his part? You think he plays like the what? I don't know.
He plays one of the Jackson folks.
One of the Jacksons, like Jermaine Jackson or something?
Yeah. This is totally a guess, though.
That's not a bad guess, actually.